numbers on a paper.
Hello dear friends, welcome to Humble Mark Academy. In this video friends, I want us to look at a problem that I gave my students some months back in their exam. And one interesting student, guys, though I won't disclose his name, he used a certain approach to solve this particular problem. But that approach, guys, I gave him a 0 in that particular question, and I'm going to be showing you guys the method in which he used to solve this particular problem, and the problems I had with his method, because he did not he went against the rules of calculus. Great. So guys, before we get started, I want us to introduce ourselves. Guys, I am Omenjo Macarius, and this is Humble Mark Academy, where I take complex science problems that are very difficult for students to understand, concepts that students find it so difficult to understand. I break it down into tiny pieces so that any student in any level can use these concepts now to better his or her mark, or to score the best of A grades in his or her exam. So guys, in exchange, all I want you to do is to press the subscribe button looking at you, friends, because I can only help you to pass those your exams with good grades once you subscribe to my channel. Great. And friends, please give the video a thumbs up. That goes a long way, guys, to motivate me to keep creating more great content for you guys. Thank you very much. Let's dive in. All right, so guys, this was what my student did. My student saw he saw that if cos x is an even function, likewise cos inverse of x also has to be an even function, and as such, since the limits of integration, guys, are symmetrical, namely from -1 to 1, he saw that this thing could just die down to just 2 times the integral going from 0 to 1 of cos x cos inverse of x dx. That is according to him. This was his method, okay, which I actually marked it wrong, but at the end of the day, guys, we are going to judge. Great. So this was what he did, and what I think was in his mind is that he knows that if we are to take the limit of cos x cos inverse of x, right, he's rather going to recall that I taught them so well that the limit of a product is a product of the limit, assuming that those two limits exist, right? So he also thought that he could relate it to the fact that the integral of a product is a product of the integrals if they do exist. All right. So what he did was that he said this was 2 times, he integrated the first, that is cos x, multiplied by the integral of the second as well, as a product of integrals according to him. And he integrated cos x and he had sine x, integrated cos inverse of x. He said that he saw that since he could integrate cos x and get sine x, likewise integrating cos inverse of x could give him sine inverse of x. Great. And his limits of integration were from 0 ending at 1. Great. All right, so that's it according to him. So he plugged in the limits of integration. Since sine 1 remains sine 1, that is invariance, sine inverse of 1 is pi over 2. He had it here, then this 2 is here. So we simplified a bit and had this answer to be pi times the sine of 1. Keep in mind that 1 is invariance. Wait. So guys, this is answer according to him. Okay, this is according to him, of which on my answer key, guys, this was actually the answer. Okay, this was actually the answer I had there. All right. So now, guys, what I would have expected him to do, okay, what I would have expected him to do, so that I can give him all the marks in this question, because I gave this question for 4 marks. Okay, I gave it for 4 marks. What I wanted him to do was to have, okay, this is the integral. What I wanted him to do first was to tell me that he knows that cos inverse of x plus sine inverse of x, that should give him pi over 2. Since sine and cosine are complementary functions, likewise their inverse as well are also complementary. Great. And guys, that if he made cos inverse of x the subject and substitute into this his integral, he was supposed to have the integral going from -1 to 1 of cos x. What is cos inverse of x, guys? According to this guy, once you make it a subject, it is pi over 2 minus sine inverse of x dx. Great. Then, guys, at this point in time now, he could multiply all through by the integral of cos x. Since pi over 2 is a constant, he can go out of the integral. So to have pi over 2 integral from -1 to 1 of cosine of x dx minus integral from -1 to 1 cos x sine inverse of x dx. All right. So now, guys, at this point now, I expected him to tell me that since sine inverse of x is an odd function, cos x is even, the product of an odd function and an even function, guys, obviously has to give you back an odd function. Okay, yeah, it has to give you an odd function. Wait, so you could tell me that this was an odd function, and the integral from -1 to 1, this should just die down to what, guys? To 0. So it's going to have pi by 2 integral from -1 to 1 of cos x dx minus 0, since this integral is 0. Wait, so guys, this is according to our integral property we know. So long as the function is odd and the limits of integration, guys, are symmetrical, this is just going to give us 0. All right. Then, guys, I also expected him that at this point he could tell me that he knows that cos x is an even function, and as such, integrating an even function forms when the limits of integrations, guys, are symmetrical. It is simply just going to be 2 times that same integral, but starting from 0, ending at 1. Great. And guys, integrating cos x brings us where back to sine x. So we are going to have just pi times sine of x. That's the answer, guys. That's it. Because 2 cancels 2, we have pi here. Then we have integrating cos x, guys, gives us what? Sine x. Limits of integrations, guys, are from 0 to 1. So if we substitute everything, guys, we should just be having pi times the sine of 1. So guys, this is just a coincidence, guys. This is just a coincidence that he used a very cumbersome approach and he got the same answer as me, that I used the same I use a very valid approach. So guys, based on your judgment, would I have given him the mark? Hey guys, would I have given him the marks awarded for this particular question? So guys, let me know in the comment section below. Okay, just put in the comment section down below if I was supposed to give him the marks, because I actually marked it wrong. Okay, I actually gave him a 0 in this particular question. I gave him a 0 because, first of all, he has violated so many of the laws, so many of the fundamental theorems. Okay, he has violated so many of them. So I didn't give him the mark. Like I said, I didn't give him. So guys, let me know in the comment section down below if I should have given him or not, and why, guys. Okay, if you can tell me why later on, but just let me know if I should have given him or not. All right. So guys, thank you for watching the video. Thank you so much. Like I said, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By that, I'm going to help you guys to pass any exam you want to pass. Great. So guys, have a blessed day.